we go. I'm Clinton Howell, broker with Remax Escarpment Realty.
And I'm Jill Gillis, the founder and CEO of Next Rock Organizing.
It's exciting that we are here today and we're going to interview each other, something a little unique. We met at the Chamber of Commerce and we've been doing some work together, and this is great. We found lots of parallels. So I'm going to start with asking you a question, Jill.
Sounds great.
I know that you've got a few different very, very important and relevant services, very relevant to people that are considering a move. And the first one I wanted to ask you about was, why would someone hire you as their moving company?
Absolutely. We have a white glove service and start to finish of your move process. So when a client comes to us, we help them declutter and organize. And most importantly, we help them get their house ready for sale so that you make the sale easier for yourself.
Okay. So it sounds like you would make the move a lot easier than perhaps hiring a conventional moving company. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. We have a moving team on our team.
Okay.
And they come in and we are there. Next Rock Organizing is also there on the day of the move.
Yeah.
And we facilitate all the details of the move with the moving company. And then after, at the new property,
Yep.
we help them unpack and organize. So
very cool.
we know all their inventory from decluttering and packing at the old house. And then at the new property, we help them set up and they're off and running.
Amazing. I love the name, by the way, Next Rock. Very cool. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I was often finding things for clients and they'd be like, oh my goodness, you found this. So it was like, what's under the next rock?
I know that another one of your services has to do with decluttering and organizing. Can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. So this is for individuals who aren't in a move phase and they're either wanting to get their basement done or their kitchen done or their whole home. They just want to get it reset up for themselves and their family to, to eliminate the stress and create more ease in their daytime and family schedule. So that we focus on that a lot too, and we do whole home organizing because one area often leads to another area. You're doing the basement, it can lead to the garage or the kitchen.
Like an onion. Well, I know that decluttering and organizing are very stressful for people, especially when they're, if they're at that point in their life where they're wanting to simplify and move into a smaller space. Don't like to call it downsizing because it sounds like you're degrading. You're simplifying in mind. You're right sizing, right?
And often clients say to us that they don't want to leave this for their children, or they want to have it addressed now so that everything's in order.
Yeah, I'm watching a show right now on TV, and there's some downsizing going on in the show, and there's like, oh, this birdhouse, remember when Johnny made this when he was 6? It's like, honey, throw it out.
And often like the kids' artwork, and the kids are adult children now, and they're married themselves, but they're still holding on to them.
Exactly.
So
sure. What can I tell you about real estate?
Oh my goodness, Clinton, I would love to know 70,000 realtors in Ontario.
Oh yeah, I know them all.
Yeah, I can only imagine you do. How do you stand out? How do you stand out as far as the seller's perspective and as far as the buyer's perspective?
Yeah, well, I think like with so many things, it's you meet people in different ways, right? And more than 90% of my business comes from referral, right? So someone has a great experience with me. Well, all of my clients have a great experience with me. I'm going to say that with confidence and honesty that I take really good care of my clients. So when someone has a great experience, then they refer me to someone else, and then I take care of them. So I think it's not necessarily that I'm extremely different than many other. There's lots of great agents out there. I mean, just like there's many people that do what you do, but it's like you meet different people, you develop rapport, you trust. We do a great job. We focus on the details. We're experts at pricing properties. We're experts at preparing homes for sale, and we do a fantastic job with the marketing. So we have a great service, and competitively priced. So if someone gets referred my way, it's very unusual that they wouldn't want to move ahead working with us.
And the feedback I've received from yourself is all positive.
Yeah.
Very personable, very down to earth, very professional.
Oh, thank you.
And what I think we found in common was how detail-oriented you are.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's why we're talking, right? We've got a lot of parallels between our businesses, right? Focusing on the details, focusing on really, being there, being authentic for people, being enthusiastic about what they need to see happen, and customizing our work. I mean, we can both say that from our conversations. We both are very much focused on customizing our work to meet our clients' needs, which is a shared value, which is really cool.
Yeah, I can go into a client and say, we we can do your whole house.
Yeah.
But they're so focused on their kitchen, and they love cooking,
Yeah.
and they just need this kitchen organized, so it's
Yeah.
much more functional for them. So me offering a whole home organizing
Yeah.
isn't going to benefit that particular client, whereas other clients are like, just please help me with the whole house.
Yeah.
And me just offering a basement organizing isn't going to meet their needs.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. The customization is so critical, so important, and the relationship.
Yeah, it can be stressful. I mean, I know I can say that there's many areas of our house right now that I look at it, and it's just, you know, I need to get to that one day. I mean, I need to buy some containers. I need to get rid of some stuff. It's just like, I just don't have the time. So it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to get you in there to look at it and sort it out, because you have the time.
That's right. You're absolutely right. And that is what happens is people will go and buy containers.
Yeah.
And then they'll think about it and they'll want to do this
Yeah.
project. But the first stage is decluttering before the containers are being bought.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. And that's where we do our magic, right?
And actually, and you were telling me that you also have you do some family consulting, or you work
Yes.
specifically with people that need some support. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely. And this is a new service we've
Yep.
launched last fall. We're so excited about it, and the feedback has just been so positive. And it's a family concierge service. And we had all these adult children reaching out to us saying, you know, can you help us with
Yep.
our parents? And then it expanded even further into busy families who
Okay.
had young children and kids who needed assistance. So we call it our family concierge service, and it can be any extreme, helping seniors, giving some respite to the spouse, to the children, so that they can enjoy their weekly, monthly, you know, every 6 months visit with their parents instead
Yeah.
of working on their to-do list.
Sure.
So we go in and we do that. So that could be errands, that could be helping keep them company, playing cribbage with them
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a few hours every week. There's a whole variety, and we always incorporate an aspect of organizing every time we're there, just to help with the ease and the flow. And then with the families, it could be picking the kids up from school, driving them to their activities.
Yep.
And then in between those hours, you know, we do a little bit of organizing and plug away at it every week.
So you're a multifaceted problem solver.
That's when often people call X-Rock Organizing. They say, Jill, you are a life organizer. I want to hear about the market today. It changes so much, so drastically. I'm sure you get this question all the time, but so relevant. What is happening today?
Well, I mean, it's changing all the time, and I think one of the most important things that I believe is that staying on top of what's happening on a week-by-week basis is very critical, because things change. Things change every week. I mean, well, look what's happening globally right now. I mean, things are changing, you know, by the minute. So this affects people's their mindset, right? So.
Yeah.
I mean, this year's been a little bit of a rocky year. I mean, the number of transactions is way down. It's actually one of the lowest sales volume years that's happened in the last several decades. But there's still properties being sold. And basically, I'd say about a third of the properties that come out on the market are getting sold within the first 30 days. And if properties are well prepared and they're priced properly, and they're marketed well, then they're selling. So, and there's certain types of situations, you know, in life when you need to move,
Yeah.
right? Whether you're, you know, in that state where you need to simplify, or you've got a baby on the way and you need to upsize your house. There's certain times in life where you just need to move. So that's the kind of business that's still very much happening. It is a little slower in terms of people just moving for something to do, you know, and there is, you know, the impact of the economic situation right now. It is affecting some people for sure, and some buyers have been pausing and sitting on the sidelines. But the reality of the situation is that there's a housing shortage that's not going away anytime soon. There's a lot of buyers waiting to jump in, and each time those interest rates come down another notch, we see another flood of buyers coming in. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But the current market, I mean, the current market is alive and well. It has its challenges, but it's you know, it's not a bad time to buy or sell if that's what you need to do right now.
So to maximize, you know, a client's profit if they're selling, what do they have to do to prepare their house to sell to get top dollar?
Top dollar, I think that's a great question. So there's a couple of facets to getting top dollar. So I'd say, first of all, we can watch these HGTV shows and they're very entertaining, but it's like you can't just come in and put a new kitchen, new bathrooms, new flooring, and you can get all that done for, you know, for $5,000 according to HGTV, and then you get an extra $150,000 for your house. It just doesn't work that way. So the types of things that where you can actually create some extra profit in terms of your sale is the decluttering, is the preparation, is good staging, and that's something that we provide for our clients, is all the staging services included with our service. And that really helps, because if you walk in, I put it this way to clients, right? If you were single and you were going to go on a dating site and start marketing yourself to find a new person to be with, would you wake up in the morning with messy hair and bags under your eyes and no makeup, with a tracksuit with a chocolate milkshake stain from last night on it, and post that about yourself? Or would you get yourself organized, looking good, nice new outfit, with a proper photo, right? That's staging. Right? That's staging. So we want to show the house in its best light. That's very, very critical. Also, I'd say, some low-hanging fruit. We focus on low-hanging fruit. So that's, painting the home with neutral colors that people can relate to, taking away clutter, extra furniture, showing lots of floor space. If there's things that are, very much worn out, flooring or things that are ready to be replaced, we suggest, let's look at that and see if it makes sense to do that. I don't suggest, starting to just rip your kitchen out or put in new bathrooms or anything major, because you don't necessarily make a profit on those things. So it's really picking and choosing and trying to find what is the best way, what the most cost-effective way to present what's available right now with your home. And then based on that, looking at recent sales and active listings that we'll be competing with to come up with that right pricing strategy. So,
and I can totally relate and understand to that.
Yeah.
We, on our team of Next Work Organizing, we have all of those trades on our team. And that's what we're happy to offer clients as well.
Yeah.
And we look after it all and get it done so then it's ready for you guys to list and sell, and absolutely.
That's good.
On the other side, what can a buyer expect these days?
Well, it's a buyer's market right now, so very much a buyer's market. So what that means to a buyer is you can expect, and again, just because it's a buyer's market, it doesn't mean you can just come in and start slashing prices. When it's a buyer's market, you have the opportunity to get something at a good price for sure. But if something's priced well, it doesn't mean you're gonna get like a huge amount slashed off it. But there is, in a buyer's market, there's overpriced properties are sitting, so that they stand out right now, because we can see what's been on the market longer than 30 days, very quickly do searches around that, and we know that we can take more money off those properties. Also, in a buyer's market, you have the opportunity to negotiate some price. You have the opportunity to incorporate some conditions, condition on financing, for example, or condition on home inspection. Or even right now, we're seeing many conditions on sale of property. So you can minimize that risk if you've got a property to sell. So these types of things are much more common now versus, like, if we roll back to the COVID craziness, everything was a bidding war, right? In a bidding war, oftentimes to win those bidding wars, you're going in firm with no conditions, and it's very stressful, very scary. So we don't have a lot of that going on. But there is some bidding wars going on, but usually those bidding wars are happening on purpose. Like, if I've got a property that's clearly worth between $900,000 and $1 million, let's say, and I priced it at $599, of course we're going to get 50 offers. Why wouldn't we, right? Like, it just, if bananas are on sale for 49 cents and I've got 5 bushels, they're going to be gone quickly for $5, right? So you can generate a bidding war, but the reality is, if you do that strategy, underprice the property and hold off on offers right now, it's very unlikely you're going to get more than you would have got if you took a traditional approach and priced it how it should have been priced in the first place.
And on a different tangent, I would love to talk about your community involvement. I know you and I have run into each other at a few different community events, and within the Burlington area and an extended area, you seem to have really quite a role in the community. Tell me some of your involvement.
Yeah, well, one of my core values and our team's core values is giving back to the community, and so it means a lot to us. And so I've had a lot of involvement over the last 10 years with Rotary. Been a member at the Rotary Burlington North Club. We've got events that we hold regularly, and also I was involved in starting a furniture bank a few years ago with Rotaries. We call that the Rotary Furniture Bank now, and if people have furniture they want to donate, it gets rehomed into, women and children living shelters often have nothing, so we have lots of partnerships with social agencies around that, also refugee families. And in terms of the Burlington Dads organization is something that I've really taken a liking to. It's a great organization with really good leadership. So I've been sponsoring some events with them. And actually we have an event coming up actually on April 24th in the evening at Nickelbrook Brewery, where there's going to be a beer tasting, and it's a fundraiser in support of Neighbor to Neighbor. Yeah, so things like that. So they're very, they're fun, but they have a lot of meaning, and then they can provide so much support to our communities. So yeah, different things like that really are important to me, and I love being involved that way.
The furniture bank perspective.
Yep.
So many clients, especially when they're getting their house ready to sell, they're clearing out, and we have all this extra furniture. Yep. So that's wonderful to hear that there's a service of the furniture bank through the Rotary.
Yeah, well, and it keeps a lot of furniture out of the landfills.
Absolutely.
Too. Over the last few years, we've rehomed over 2,000 pieces of furniture. So
that's excellent, and a huge component of our service is very philanthropic.
Yeah.
So we love to repurpose, reuse, and it's new to individuals and families who have nothing.
Yeah, amazing.
And we're really excited to participate in this run you have coming up.
Yeah, the spring into action. Yeah, so
Yep.
this is one of the events of our Rotary Club over the last many years has been the Turkey Trot, which has been a fall run and walk at Bronte Park. And this year is the first time we've got it sort of the Turkey Trot 2.0. It's called Spring into Action.
Yes.
Spring into Action runs on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So it's going to be really a lot of fun. It's a run and a walk, and it's a fundraiser in support of Food for Kids, as well as the Rotary Foundation. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. There'll be free pancakes with maple syrup, and lots going on.
Lots of kids activities.
Oh yeah, lots of kids activities, families. You can bring your dog, and they can participate in the walks. You can set up a team if you want as well, and generate pledges. And
my girls and I have always participated in the Turkey Trot, so we're so excited for this new version.
We'll look forward to the Next Rock team. Yeah, Next Rock is going to have a good team there. Springintoaction.ca is the website. Springintoaction.ca, and you can sign up right in there, and you can sign up for teams and stuff too. Actually, if you sign up a team with 5 or more people, you get a discount on the price too, I think. Yeah.
Terrific.
20%. Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. This has been a lot of fun.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Clinton.
Awesome. Well, it's been great to see you, and we'll see you again soon. Look forward to doing some more work together.
Sounds terrific.
Yeah.